What's going on, everybody? It's Mel DFS coming to you live and direct, here to give my favorite plays for week 15 for the main slate. Hope everybody's having a great day. If you like the video, please subscribe to your channel, press that bell icon to always stay notified for new videos. Let's get into the video because I got great plays and got some sleepers to also look into. So let's jump into a first play at the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers here and going against Baltimore, averaging 268 passing yards a game, averaging 2.3 touchdowns a game with 22.6 fantasy points, as Baltimore allowed an average 280 passing yards for the season, around 1.6 touchdowns, averaging 22 fantasy points at home to the position. So like Aaron Rodgers, if you want to pay up at quarterback. Second play I want to consider will be Jimmy Garoppolo at 5,800 on DraftKings, going against the Falcons, in which is, to me, is going to be a GPP play. He's averaging 244 passing yards, around 17.3 fantasy points. And Falcons, they allow an average 264 passing yards and 2 touchdowns a game for the season to the position, around 22.8 fantasy points win away. Looking at Jimmy G as a value spot to consider at his price point. Another play I want to look at would be Dak Prescott at 6,500, 75 on FanDuel, going against the Giants, which he had 25 fantasy points last game this season. He's averaging 281 passing yards, 2 touchdowns a game with 20.8 fantasy points a game to the position. Now, the Giants allow an average of 1.8 touchdowns a game to the position, 254 passing yards, 19.6 fantasy points a game, which you could look at a Dallas stack in this play for today. Let's go to our next play, going to our running backs. I like Zeke Elliott if you want to pay up in this price tag. Pollard is questionable with the toe injury. He averaged 22.3 fantasy points against the Giants in his history. Allows average 106 rushing yards a game to the position, 27.4 fantasy points at home. So like this spot, if you want to look at Zeke Elliott, pay up at this price tag. James Robinson is a smashing spot against Houston. Tied out. He's averaging only 11 carries, 7 touchdowns, 17.5 fantasy points win at home, and Houston allows an average 128 rushing yards a game to the position, 1.2 touchdowns a game with 27.8 fantasy points to opposing running backs. James Robinson eat with the coach being fired, and this guy is too young to be capped, so I like this play for James Robinson at this spot. Another play for value will be Devonta Freeman at 5,200 going against Pittsburgh. He's averaging 14 fantasy points in the last 2 games, and Pittsburgh allowed an average 133 rushing yards to the position in the past 4 games, around 1.8 touchdowns, 38.2 fantasy points. So to me, it's a great spot to look at if you want some savings at the position. Another play that I think will be a sleeper, Devonta Freeman at 55 going against Green Bay. Actually done real good against them in his previous history. We got to look into stats with Lamar, Hollywood. They're both questionable, but he's averaging 5 targets, 4.3 receptions, 15 fantasy points a game, and he's been on an up-down trend lately, in which I can definitely see that 20 plus once again, and can be definitely low owned in your plays. Our next play, going to our wide receivers. Deontay Johnson, he should crush it against Tennessee. 7,500, he's even 72 on FanDuel. I definitely think he's a cheap spot to do damage. Averaging 12 targets in the past 4 games and versus Tennessee. Deontay Johnson should eat in this play for today. Look out for some savings. Laquan Treadwell going against Houston at 3,300 is going to be a cheap spot to consider, as he's averaging 9.6 fantasy points in the past 3 games. Houston allows an average 165 receiving yards to the position. If you need a guy at 3K range that give you double digits, I think Treadwell in this play. Other spots you can also look at, Monra St. Brown, 5,200 on going against Arizona. You want to look on this side of the game. Which, without Hawkinson, he's averaging 12 targets, 9 receptions in the past 2 games. Something that you can look at is they're going to definitely need a pass attack to stay in this game, because I don't see him having a good running game against Arizona. So 15 and 24 in the last 2 games. Somebody I definitely think could be lower owned for this week. Let's go to our next play. Let's go to our tight ends. George Kittle, he's just been crushing it. 7,500 on DraftKings, 78 on FanDuel. Look into if Eli Mitchell's going to be back in effect for this week. Because Debo, he's been utilized as their combo running back. And if he's going to be utilized as their combo running back, sign me up for Kittle. He's averaging 13.5 targets in the past 2 games, averaging 39.5 fantasy points with 3 touchdowns in the last 2 games. So George Kittle is another great play to consider. Going against ATL allows an average 13.6 fantasy points to opposing tight ends. They even let Gronk I think that was week 13, 2 touchdowns, 21 fantasy points. So to me, George Kittle's would be a great play to pay up if you want to look into the spot. We do got Noah Fant. He's also another play with a 4,400 on DraftKings, averaging 5.9 targets, 4.4 receptions. Cincinnati allows average 23 fantasy points in the past 4 games to the tight end's position. Noah Fant should be a great play in the pass attack as well. Last play going to our defense. 3 defense I'm looking at for this week will be the Dolphins going against the Jets. I really feel like they're in a great play as they're averaging around 16.8 fantasy points in the past 4 home games, around 3.5 sacks, 1.3 interceptions, 11.5 points allowed a game recently. So Dolphins should be a great play playing at home. Another play you can also look at is the Bills going against the Cardinals. They're a great price tag at 3,100. I just don't really trust Cam Newton in this spot. Carolina has been averaging 1.3 interceptions a game. Opposing defenses has been averaging 9.4 fantasy points, even 10 fantasy points in the past 4 games. But looking at the Bills, they're averaging 8.6 fantasy points for the season. Like this play, you want to pay down at 3,100. And then we have Cowboys going against the Giants at 36. They're going to be a dominant spot here. They had 11 fantasy points last game when they faced the Giants, averaging 10.7 fantasy points for the season, around 2.4 sacks, 1.5 interceptions. So I like this play for Dallas, and these are my 3 spots for the defense. So these are my plays, y'all. Like the plays, give a thumbs up. Any questions, comment below. Love y'all. Y'all collect that bag. Let's mail DFS, and y'all stay blessed. And I'll see y'all in the next video.